Dirty Harry, the movie that redefined justice. I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots? Only 5. Those lines didn't just echo through theaters. They detonated across pop culture. Dirty Harry wasn't just another cop movie. It was a cultural explosion that almost never made it to the screen. Behind Clint Eastwood's cold stare and that iconic .44 Magnum lay chaos, studio wars, injuries, protests, and a story no one dared to film. The production was so cursed, it nearly ended Eastwood's career before launching him into legend. Here are 20 unbelievable facts about Dirty Harry that will make you see Inspector Callahan in a whole new light. And stick around, because a bonus fact at the end reveals a real-life killer who watched a movie about himself. Let's dive in. Fact 1. Clint Eastwood was the last choice, not the first. Hard to believe, but Clint Eastwood was Warner Brothers' last resort. The studio's dream choice for Harry Callahan was Frank Sinatra. Yes, old Blue Eyes himself. But when Sinatra injured his hand and couldn't hold a massive .44 Magnum, the role slipped away. They turned next to John Wayne, Steve McQueen, even Paul Newman. Wayne said it was too violent. McQueen wanted rewrites. Newman called it fascist filmmaking. By the time Clint's name came up, everyone else had said no, that it wasn't fate that cast him. It was pure desperation, and that desperation made cinematic history. Fact 2. The real Dirty Harry was based on a real serial killer. The villain, Scorpio, wasn't fiction. He was inspired by the real-life Zodiac killer. Just 2 years before filming, San Francisco was haunted by Zodiac's murders in cryptic letters. Writers Harry and Rita Fink mirrored his crimes almost exactly. Random shootings, coded messages, even media taunts. And here's a twist. The real SFPD inspector investigating Zodiac, Dave Tuskai, served as a consultant on Dirty Harry. The irony? Hollywood solved the case on screen while the real killer remained free. Tuskai later admitted the movie thrilled and haunted him, because somewhere, the real Zodiac might have been watching too. Fact 3. Clint Eastwood nearly died during the rooftop chase. That adrenaline-pumping rooftop chase scene was no stunt trick. It was a near-death experience. Eastwood insisted on doing his own stunts. During one leap between rooftops, the surface collapsed beneath him, that he fell 12 feet through rusted beams and smashed into a concrete floor below. He woke up bleeding and disoriented, with a dislocated shoulder, but instead of heading to the hospital, he said, "Harry wouldn't quit, neither will I." The blood on his face in that final scene, 100% real. Fact 4. The studio tried to fire the director. Don Siegel was a veteran, but Warner Brothers executives hated what they saw too violent, too grim, too dangerous for the box office. They even flew to San Francisco to fire him mid-production. But Clint Eastwood stepped in and refused to let it happen. "Don understands his character," Eastwood told them. "You fire him, you lose me." The studio backed down, but tension skyrocketed. From that day on, Siegel had a studio executive shadowing him on set, what he called making a movie with a gun to my head. Fact 5. The famous "Do you feel lucky?" line was improvised. The most iconic line in action movie history, totally unscripted. The original dialogue was long, stiff, and forgettable. S.O. Eastwood told Siegel, "What if Harry just cuts through all the nonsense?" He improvised the entire "Do you feel lucky, punk?" speech on the spot. The crew went silent, then burst into applause when Siegel yelled "cut." Even the actor playing the wounded robber cracked a smile mid-scene. That spontaneous moment set the gold standard for every action one-liner that followed. Fact 6. Real police officers walked off set. The San Francisco Police Department initially cooperated until they saw what the movie was actually about. When they realized Harry was portrayed as a rogue cop breaking the law, dozens of officers walked off set in protest. The police union issued a statement calling the movie a dangerous misrepresentation of law enforcement. Production had to hire private security and actors dressed as cops just to finish scenes. Ironically, the protest backfired. It only made Dirty Harry more infamous. Fact 7. The .44 Magnum caused a real-world gun craze. Before Dirty Harry, the .44 Magnum was a niche hunting weapon. After the film, it became a national obsession. Gun shops sold out for months. Smith and Wesson couldn't keep up with demand. But there was a darker side. The FBI reported an increase in crime committed with .44 Magnums. Criminals openly cited Dirty Harry as their inspiration. A movie prop had become a public menace, forcing gun manufacturers to impose stricter sales rules. Fact 8. The bridge jump was 3 stunts, 3 injuries. The scene where Harry jumps from a bridge onto a hijacked bus looks like one seamless stunt.in truth. It was 3 separate death-defying jumps, each by a different stuntman. No CGI, no green screen. Just guts and precision. One broke ribs. Another got a concussion, but every one of them nailed the timing, creating one of cinema's most jaw-dropping sequences. Fact 9. Harry Callahan was based on 3 real cops. Harry Callahan's top persona was inspired by 3 real SFPD inspectors, Dave Tuskai, Bill Armstrong, and Frank Folsom. Tuskai brought the tactical smarts, Armstrong the moral struggle, Folsom the rule-breaking grit. The writers wrote along with all 3, watching the real San Francisco underworld up close. Tuskai later said, "It was like watching myself in a funhouse mirror, recognizable, but distorted." Fact 10. Dirty Harry accidentally created the serial killer genre. Before this film, serial killers weren't even a Hollywood thing. But when Dirty Harry became a hit, studios saw potential in stories of cold, calculating murderers. It directly paved the way for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, and Silence of the Lambs. One gritty cop thriller had birthed an entire genre. Fact 11. The Scorpio Killer's performance was based on real FBI profiles. Actor Andrew Robinson didn't just play a killer, he studied them. He worked with FBI profilers, analyzing behavioral case files from real serial killers. The result was so authentic that audiences sent him hate mail and death threats. Robinson later admitted, "I had to crawl into the mind of a monster. Getting back out was harder than I thought." Fact 12. The police station scene sparked a legal debate. When Harry tortures Scorpio without reading his rights, it started more than just arguments. It started law school lectures. Professors used Dirty Harry as a case study on constitutional ethics. The so-called Dirty Harry problem, breaking the law to stop evil, became a real topic in criminal justice classes. The ACLU condemned the film, police unions praised it, and the moral debate still rages today. Fact 13. Eastwood's outfit was his own. That classic Dirty Harry look, brown jacket, white shirt, shoulder holster, wasn't costume design. It was Clint Eastwood's actual wardrobe that he showed up wearing it, and the director loved it. His real jacket, his real shirts, even his personal holster. Sometimes authenticity is just not trying too hard. Fact 14. Real criminals helped film the bank robbery scene. The opening heist looked so real because it kind of was. Producers hired former bank robbers as consultants. They trained the actors on how real criminals move, talk, and react under pressure. One ex-con told the crew, "Real robbers aren't cool, they're scared." That authenticity made the scene unforgettable. Fact 15. The movie was banned in multiple countries. Governments around the world feared Dirty Harry would inspire vigilantes. It was banned in West Germany, censored in Australia, and heavily cut in the UK, but the bans only made it more popular. Bootleg copies spread like wildfire. The more they tried to silence it, the louder it roared. Fact 16. The school bus hijacking came from real crimes. That final 10 school bus sequence wasn't fiction. Writers based it on real U.S. kidnapping cases from the 1960s. Psychologists even coached child actors to simulate fear without being traumatized. The result felt horrifyingly real, because it was rooted in real-life terror. Fact 17. Eastwood's famous squint was real. That menacing squint, not acting, it was medical. Years of filming in blinding desert light had damaged Eastwood's eyes, making him light-sensitive that he naturally squinted to protect his vision. Instead of hiding it, the filmmakers built it into the character, giving Harry that trademark look of cold, controlled fury. Fact 18. Budget cuts created the best scenes. Halfway through filming, Warner Brothers slashed the budget by 30%. Big car chases were replaced with gritty, personal foot pursuits. That iconic quarry showdown, a cost-saving location change. Ironically, the budget cuts forced the team to get creative and ended up making the movie better. Fact 19. Crime rates dropped after the movie released. Believe it or not, Dirty Harry actually lowered crime, at least temporarily. San Francisco saw a brief dip in robberies and assaults right after the film premiered. Police theorized that criminals were simply scared, and police recruitment soared. Everyone wanted to be the next Harry Callahan. Fact 20. The sequel was written before the first movie was even released. Screenwriter John Milius started writing Magnum Force before Dirty Harry even hit theaters that he was so confident in Eastwood's performance, he began outlining the sequel mid-production. When the movie became a blockbuster, Milius's gamble paid off. The follow-up went into production within 2 years, lightning speed for Hollywood at the time. Bonus fact, the real Zodiac Killer may have attended the premiere. This one will give you chills. In 2007, retired Inspector De Tuscay revealed that security footage from Dirty Harry's 1971 San Francisco premiere showed a man matching the Zodiac Killer's description sitting in the back row, alone. He wore sunglasses during the night screening and vanished before the credits ended days later. The San Francisco Chronicle received a new Zodiac letter referencing scenes from a movie that weren't in any trailer. The killer had seen the film about himself in person. Dirty Harry wasn't just out imitating life. The IT was live staring back from the darkness.